Crazy oven cleaning hacks just make life easier. Cleaning an oven is no mere task. It is a laborious and Herculean feat that often seems more like a form of punishment than a chore. The oven, an appliance that is meant to bring warmth and deliciousness into our lives, becomes a veritable dragon's lair once its doors are closed and its temperatures dial up. Grease and grime accumulate, turning the once pristine interior into a blackened and charred wasteland. It's a place where burnt-on food and caked-on dirt seem to take root and stubbornly refuse to be dislodged. It's a task that requires patience, persistence, and a fair amount of elbow grease. Don't worry though. Here are some of the best oven cleaning tips to get rid of accumulated grease and dirt, or even just a simple spill, without making the chore seem too daunting. So stay tuned to clean your oven without an extra headache. Number 5. Use natural baking soda and vinegar. So you're staring at your dirty oven and wondering how in the world you're going to clean it, huh? Well, don't worry, we have got you covered with a little kitchen chemistry magic. Now, if you're the type of person who likes to keep things natural, then a solution of vinegar and baking soda is going to be your jam. Just mix the two together to make a paste and spread it all over the inside of your oven, avoiding those pesky heating elements. And let's be real, who needs fancy schmancy oven cleaning products when you've got the power of vinegar and baking soda on your side? Plus, you'll feel like a mad scientist mixing up your cleaning potion, which is always a good time. So get to it and watch that dirty oven shine like the top of the Chrysler Building. Leave the baking soda mixture to work its magic for a minimum of 2 hours, or even better, let it sit overnight to give the ingredients ample time to penetrate and break down the toughest burnt-on stains. Once the waiting game's over, combine equal parts water and white vinegar in a handy spray bottle, and spritz the baking soda generously. The vinegar's acidity and the baking soda's alkalinity react in a fizzy dance that produces a cleansing reaction. Observe as the mixture bubbles and sizzles, devouring the gunk and grime like a pack of hungry piranhas. Witness the alchemy of chemistry as the vinegar and baking soda work together to dissolve even the most stubborn of baked-on messes. After allowing the solution to work its magic for 30 minutes, it's time to bid farewell to the mixture. Grab a towel and rubber spatula if needed to remove any remaining debris. A damp towel is then used to wipe down the entire surface of the oven, leaving behind a sparkling and squeaky clean result. Number 4. Use Vinegar Steam. With just a bit of elbow grease and a splash of vinegar, you can banish all traces of old cooking oils and burnt-on food from your oven's door, racks, bottom and heating element. Even those sleek stainless surfaces can be safely cleaned with this humble household ingredient. As the grates wallow in their fragrant soak, let's turn our attention to the oven itself. Fill a large tub, perhaps your very own bathtub, with hot water and your favourite natural all-purpose cleaner or dish soap. Give the oven a good wipe down, letting the cleaning solution penetrate every nook and cranny. As you scrub away the grime, take a moment to appreciate the dedication and hard work that goes into every meal you create. Now let's return to the grates. They've had a nice long soak and are primed for the next step. Armed with a scouring pad, gently scrub away any remaining food residue. After thorough rinsing, allow the grates to dry in the warm embrace of the sun or a cosy spot near the oven. Take a moment to bask in the satisfaction of a job well done. With your trusty oven and gleaming grates restored to their former glory, you're now ready to create new culinary masterpieces and enjoy them in a spotless kitchen, of course. Number 3. Use a pinch of salt. Moving to the next procedure, this daunting and time-consuming task can be resolved with a simple pinch of salt. Yes, salt is a natural abrasive and can be used to scrub away stubborn grease and grime without damaging the surface of your oven. To begin, make sure your oven is cool and remove any large pieces of debris with a damp cloth or sponge. Then sprinkle a generous amount of salt over the surface of the oven, focusing on areas with built-up grease or food residue. Let the salt sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes and allow it to absorb any moisture or oils. Next, use a damp sponge or cloth to scrub the salt into the surface of the oven. The abrasive texture of the salt will help to loosen and remove any dirt or grime, while the salt's natural antimicrobial properties can help to kill bacteria and odours. Be sure to apply firm pressure and work in circular motions for the best result. Once you've finished scrubbing, use a clean damp cloth to wipe away any remaining salt residue and dry the surface of the oven with a towel. You may need to repeat the process in particularly stubborn areas, but with a little elbow grease and some help from salt, your oven will be looking clean and fresh in no time. Number 2. Use an old toothbrush to clean the nooks and crannies of the oven. So as you can see, cleaning the oven is one of the most challenging tasks in the kitchen, and especially when it comes to cleaning the nooks and crannies that accumulate grime and dirt over time. However, with an old toothbrush you can easily clean these hard to reach areas without any hassle. To start, remove all the racks and trays from the oven and wipe them down with a damp cloth. Then mix a paste of baking soda and water and apply it to the inside of the oven, covering all surfaces including the nooks and crannies. Let the paste sit for at least 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how dirty the oven is. After the baking soda paste has had some time to work its magic, take your old toothbrush and start scrubbing the nooks and crannies of the oven. Use firm but gentle pressure to remove any grime and dirt that may have accumulated in these hard to reach areas. Be sure to also clean the door and seal around it. Once you have thoroughly scrubbed the inside of the oven, wipe it down with a damp cloth and remove any remaining baking soda residue. Finally, replace the racks and trays and your own oven will be as good as new. Using an old toothbrush to clean the nooks and crannies of your oven is an inexpensive and effective way to keep your oven looking and functioning at its best. Just be sure to use a separate toothbrush that you dedicate to cleaning only to avoid contamination with toothpaste and bacteria. Number 1. Use lemon. Here is the humble lemon, a natural solution that can leave your oven sparkling clean and smelling fresh. First, cut a lemon in half and squeeze its juicy goodness into a small bowl. Add a tablespoon of baking soda and mix the two into a paste. This is the secret weapon for cutting through grease and grime. Next, put on some gloves and spread the lemon baking soda paste onto the inside of your oven, making sure to cover all the nooks and crannies. Let the paste sit for about an hour to work its magic. As time passes, the acidic properties of the lemon will break down the baked-on grease, while the baking soda will act as an abrasive to scrub away the grime. When the hour is up, grab a damp cloth and wipe away the paste, revealing a shining, spotless oven. Not only will your oven be clean, but the refreshing scent of lemon will linger, replacing any unwanted odours from the cooked-on mess. So the next time your oven needs a deep clean, give the lemon a chance to work its magic. To sum up, even though you want to completely clean your oven every 3 months, cleaning as you go is still important. As soon as you notice any food drippings, grease marks or crumbs gathering at the bottom of the appliance, make sure to wipe them away. Depending on usage, regular wipe downs every 2 weeks to every month can stop caked on spots from turning into challenging stains in the future. And that's it for today guys, we hope you found our tips and tricks helpful. But hey, we're not just a one-trick pony. Our channel is chock full of tips and tricks for keeping your humble abode in tip-top shape. So if you want to make your home a happy and healthy haven, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. See you next time.